Hello, how are you guys doing today? You guys doing all right? Herman was like, you know what? I want everyone to wake up at 6. And I'm like, my dude, I don't have to be alive until like 5 p.m. Why are you waking me up at like 6 a.m.? What is your dealio? So anyway, I feel great. Orthogonal Caster, thank you for your edits. I did switch out the thing. Turns out that it was not a big deal to switch it out. All I had to do was change the file name, and then it just switched it. So we're good. Anyway, who here has not been here for the March of the Mice before, or the Town of Nowhere? If you saw the Town of Nowhere, it's the same thing but different story. I'm gonna go and open up a straw poll just that way we can get everything ready. You made it. You did make it. And we're just starting. So you missed nothing. Nice and early. All right. Well, just in case if you guys haven't seen this before, there is a command. If you go down to the bottom where it's got that little tiny coffee pot below the chat menu, you can go down there and you can click the coffee coins button. And you can see there's an option that says add TMOTM option. You click that, and that'll allow you to put that in when I'm allowing you to do so, to put in a idea for what you want the character to do. And there you go. That's the thing. Pingal. There you go. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this music. You'll have to let me know how the audio options are. You just finished watching the Town of Nowhere 2. I'm so glad people like it. All right. So let's go ahead and start with Chapter 3. Go ahead. There we go. Let me know how the audio levels are. Chapter 3. Basic. Over the last 3 months, you've been doing some very intensive training. Very intensive training. I got rid of the Roman numerals, yeah, because it was confusing. And it looks like Abby's crying at the door. Good. There we are. A little bit of a time skip, yes. For the last 3 months, you've been training incredibly hard, doing basic training. At Fort Relic. Fort Relic basically was not put together until you and a few of the other, you could say soldiers in training, that helped set up additional tents, additional barracks for everyone. But today is the last day of your training. You're tired. You woke up incredibly early. And now you have to do the tests. Whereas a majority of your training has been physical training, there has been some mental training stuff that is going on. Stuff along the lines of just knowing what it is to be a soldier and what you needed to do to be a soldier. That was why is it doing that awkward skip there? Oh, it's because, there you go. Perfect. It's time for the test. You've been studying for it. You've been mentally prepared as best as you can for this test. But you sit down at the desk with your writing implement, well aware of what you're about to get into. Go ahead and dampen the sound just a tiny bit. Get the audio levels nice and good. There we go. That sounds fine. Can this test be open book? To your horror, it is neither open book, nor does it have any true or false questions, aside from one. And it's the first question. A question that you already knew the answer to prior to walking into this building. A question that you already knew was going to be on this test prior to walking into this room. Just a simple, I understand checkbox that says, I understand that failing this quiz will result in a repeat of basic training. Multiple failures will result in criminal prosecution. There's a checkbox here allowing you to say that you agree to these terms and conditions. There is no other option. I'm going to go ahead and make a poll. I'm not even going to let you guys say anything other than yes or no. Just that way you guys can get that out of the way now. There you go. Go ahead and vote. What kind of sentencing will you expect? Knowing that some of the people who are, in this army are conscripts or drafted, they realize that some people will allow you to, or some people will think that it's smart to go ahead and try and fail out of basic enough times that they can just never go to war. And in order to get around that very specific issue, the higher-ups in the military decided to make it so that it was a criminal offense to repeatedly, intentionally fail the basic training. Looks like a majority of people say that they checked the box. Your mind is swimming. You basically haven't slept well for the past 3 months. Beyond just intense physical labor and the amount of sleep that you are allowed to get, and the amount of time that you have to eat, which is done for some reason in complete silence, barring punishment, you've been just absolutely ragged from the amount of work. Because of this, your mind is not really allowing you to focus all that well. All you can remember is just fleeting moments from your time here at boot camp. The number of times that you got yelled at for not being able to keep up, the building the base itself. Your mind wanders a bit more while you're attempting to actually read the test. And you remember your initial meeting with your drill sergeant. Give me one moment to check something. There we go. Okay. Your initial meeting was fairly short. You were fortunate enough to have the same barracks as Abe, which means that for the majority or all of your boot camp training, you were able to spend it with Abe. Additionally, you gained the trust and the knowledge of another soldier named Greg. This is your first time meeting him. The drill sergeant walked up to the three of you as you stood at your best attention as you could manage, and walked up to Abe initially. Which one is Greg? Greg is the short one on the very end. Abe is the closest one with the messed up ear. The drill sergeant said, "You will learn that you hate me by the end of this trial. By the time I am done molding you into the kind of soldier you need to be, you will hate me. And you will hate me this entire time. But by the time I am done with you, By the time that you are sent out into the field, you will thank me. You will thank everything that there is in this life that I taught you the things that I taught you. It will save your life. I will be hard on you. I will be unforgiving. But these are to save not only your life, but the life of those men and women around you. And the nations of the council. You are a representative of all 4 nations of the council. It does not matter which nation you came from. I do not care. It does not fucking matter to me. Do you understand? He walks up to Greg. He says, "Soldier, what the hell's happened to you?" Greg says, I fell out of a tree, sir, and I broke my tail." Bullshit! Looks like you've been in a fight. What's wrong with you? Well, I was on my way with, my friend here, Bree, and we were on our way here, and we were attacked by pirates. Pirates, you say? I meant Abe, yes, sorry. Pirates, you say? Sorry. And you attempted to fight them. How many were there? Entire ship's full with a bear. Soldier, I think you're a fucking idiot. You know that? If I threw you into a barrel of tits, you'd come out sucking your thumb. The fuck is wrong with you? And stand up straight. When you're tall, I can fucking see you. Do you understand me? He turns to you. Did you also try and fight these pirates, son? I'm going to give you some time now to make some sort of response, if you want to have one, to the drill sergeant. All right. So I'm looking at the answers so far, and it says, "Don't call me son, fucker." Why don't I go and copy these down? I think that's the only one that's really aggressive out of these. Otherwise, these all seem to kind of have the same vibe about them. So give me a minute to copy these over. Don't call me son, fucker. No, that's dumb. Yes, but please don't yell at me. I'm soft. Yes, we were rescued. Tell him no. To be honest, you guys actually didn't try and fight him. You guys decided to hold back. Maybe I won't tell you. Cry. Don't call us son. No, I cried. Speaking of crying, who you'll later learn to be named Greg, has already started crying next to you. It seems like that he was probably not given the choice to join or not. We resisted, but we didn't really fight. So go ahead and pick whichever answer you'd like. I like that maybe, but I won't tell you, is having some chance at winning here. I'm going to clear out all these answers real quick. Complete all. There we go. Let's see how this goes. All right. It looks like you guys are... it looks like there's a pretty decent amount of... I'm going to wait just a second longer to give results on this one because I want to make sure that you guys all get a chance to say. I feel like last time I pulled the trigger on one and it upset people and then we had to retcon it. So let's not have to retcon things. If you don't want some of the more extreme answers to win and you haven't voted yet, make sure you vote. Maybe put a screen timer, put coals under your feet. With the lag and delay, I really do not feel like that's a good idea. All right. So currently, No Sir is winning, and Don't Call Me Son Fucker is... Don't forget the vote bookmark. I totally forgot, and I have not added them to all these screens. I apologize. You say, no, sir! And don't call me a son, fucker! He looks at you in amazement. The fuck did you just call me, soldier? I thought we only had one village idiot, but it looks like they sent both from your town, didn't they? What's with the scarf? You a pretty little girl? You think you can wear that shit here? I'm gonna open up redemptions. We can also just go with sir, yes, sir. Okay, gonna go ahead and copy these answers over to a new poll. Give me a sec. Yes, prettier than you, asshole. Maybe, smiley face. Yes, sir. We aren't a girl either, fucker. Sometimes yes. Sir, I got lost on the way to college, sir. Yes, sir, fucker. Piss yourself in fear. Blush. Were young women drafted as well? Yes, and some people asked why wasn't the cute girl in town also drafted. They're honestly just drafting whoever they saw. And based on the fact that they had like a direct confrontation with you, but fortunately the cute girl's shyness allowed her to dodge the draft. Basically, her shyness towards addressing you directly actually ended up being a saving grace, and she ended up not getting drafted as a result. What exactly is this? It's sort of like Twitch plays Choose Your Own Adventure / D&D. This is the third stream of it, and you guys are in boot camp now. You're the mouse with the scarf. Alright, so it looks like the answers have come in, and it says, prettier than you, asshole. Yes, sir. Prettier than you, sir. Yes, sir. You say, with confidence. So your hero boy here saved your scarf and you want to keep it? Make a deal. If you wake up an hour early before everyone else and yell into the mirror for an hour as the alarm clock for the rest of your platoon, I will let you keep that. But you must yell every morning into the mirror that you are a pretty little girl. Chat agrees to this. Done, shithead. He turns to, Greg, who is now full-on sniveling, and looks him straight in the eye. Son, you need to get all your shit, put it in a bag, and get it together. You think you could cry here? What's her name, soldier? It's Greg. I don't really want to be here. Oh, it's Greg, is it? Too fucking bad. You're in the army now, son. Get your shit together. Backing away from your memories, you look at the second question on the test. It says, how many nations are part of the council? And rather than give you guys answers, I'm just gonna put down numbers and make you guys vote. You do remember the morning ritual of you waking up before anyone else to just yell at yourself in the mirror. As loud as you can. I'm a pretty girl! For an hour. This did not make you very popular with your platoon. I thought it wasn't multiple choice. Yeah, it's not, but you know, for the sake of y'all, I'm just making it easy. Whereas you were able to work through situations where maybe things weren't the best for you. Maybe you had to yell until your voice became hoarse. You, in the very least, understood that there were certain compromises needed to be made. Whereas Greg, or Hero Boy, as he was eventually known, had some issues with it. Fairly consistently, he would forget to do things or screw up or not talk back, but forget a regulation here or there. And eventually, that ended up being a situation where you woke up one morning for your morning call after yelling at yourself in the mirror for a morning or an hour. and all of you are standing in line waiting for the drill sergeant to show up when he says, "Shit. Guys, I forgot my bag." Guys, if I get yelled at again, I'm gonna get in real big trouble this time. Now, you brought yours, and Abe brought his, but Greg absolutely forgot his. Repeated failures can result in harsher punishment. Punishment being a interesting term. When in actuality, punishment is not allowed, whereas arbitrary and pointless decision-making is more of the norm. You won't be ever punished to do something. However, a sergeant might forget where he put something, or tell you to gather all of the nearby leaves, or move all of the sticks to right next to your platoon base, or do 100 push-ups. I'm going to open up redemption so you guys can decide to do a thing. You know you're not going to have enough time to get back to your where you're supposed to go. I assume I'm also orthogonal while you're listening to this. I assume I just blew out the fucking audio on the capture. Sorry about that. Have fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up the next vote. And this might be a shorter session than usual. I apologize for that. Explain to the sergeant that a pirate bear ate Greg's bag. Give him our bag. Ask Abe to give him his bag since he's pissed off Sarge the least. Let Greg take the fall. Give Greg your bag and run to get his. Give Greg our bag. Get his bag. Rock, paper, scissors over who gives Greg their bag. Steal Abe's bag and give it to Greg. Cry for Greg. Sucks to be him. We have our own problems, Greg. Convince Abe to give Greg his bag. Give Greg your bag. Switch the bags and tell the sergeant you can't remember who's who. Transform into the bag. You have the power of shape-shifting. That's not something you can do, but I'm going to put it on the thing anyway, just so you can. Gaslight Sergeant into thinking Greg has his bag. He's just blind. Gaslight girl boss the situation. There you go. We're going to do something about this birdie loop. It should not hit a wall. It should just keep going forever. I don't know why it doesn't. Here, let me just get it so that way it should repeat now. Oh, it's winning. Okay. So to anyone who ever wants to DM or do anything similar to this, just pro tip, whatever weird shit you think that your players might do, you will not get it right. There will be shit your players do that you will not be able to predict, and you just have to fucking roll with it. Is that really winning? You attempted to transform into a bag using your power of shapeshifting. You try and ask Abe if you can look convincingly like a bag. He says no. You realize that there's another problem with his plan. If you were a bag, then that would mean that you hadn't shown up for drill, which would be bad. This plan probably won't work. You're going to have to think of something else. You ask Abe to give him his bag since he's pissed Sarge off the least. Abe takes one look at Greg and realizes that at this point, not getting the entire platoon in trouble for not helping him out again is probably not good. So he ends up just giving Greg his bag and says, I'll take the hit this time, man, but, you know, make sure you bring it next time. Greg looks like he can cry. As he's about to cry, Abe goes, look, don't cry. He's just going to get even more mad if you start crying. You know that. Greg kind of sniffles and goes, yeah. Let's see. Next question. If you found out a family member or close friend was committing a crime, what would you do? You understand that it is not only the responsibility of the combined forces of the council, of which you are a part of, to act as a military force, but also as a police force. The concept of police doesn't exist in this universe, as that it's redundant. I'm going to go ahead and open up redemptions and allow you guys to put down a fill-in answer for the question. Again, if you found out a family member or close friend was committing a crime, what would you do? Alright. Gonna go ahead and put these redemptions in so you guys can answer. Snitches get stitches. Tell an army superior about it. Say nothing. Report them, but sad face. To pass, report, sad face. Write the most weasel-worded response possible. Write down, turn them in, but don't mean it. I'm no snitch. Gather and collect information first, then report them. Put down whatever makes the army happy, like turn them in. Scold them. Piss yourself. You can't answer everything as piss yourself. That's not going to help. There are situations where pissing yourself is not going to be an appropriate response. I assume that if it's in the parentheses, you aren't writing it. Like, you're not going to write, report them, parentheses, lie. It sounds like the loop is better. Seems like it is anyway. Again, I usually try and take the idea of what the top ones say. Rather than directly doing whatever it is. You know, combine the ideas. This is a cool structure for the session, by the way. Thank you. I realize that boot camp is really important to the life of a soldier, but also I don't want to do like 18 sessions of boot camp, so that's the reason for this setup. Then we can get on to like story stuff. I was gonna actually skip this entirely, but I was like, that makes no sense. Alright, so it looks like the winning answer is report them, parentheses, lie. Slash put down whatever to make the army happy, like turn them in. And tell a army superior about it, lying. So report them slash, you know, turn them in would be the correct answer as far as the army is concerned. Which, you know, those are the top two answers. Telling an army superior about it is a little bit out of the wheel well, but I feel like reporting them or turning them in would be what they would want from that answer. So I will accept that as a correct answer. One of the things about boot camp that a lot of people, or mice, do not know is that there's a thing called Firewatch. And Firewatch, quite possibly, is one of the hardest parts of being a soldier. You remember one such occasion. Firewatch is essentially sitting outside for approximately 2 hours, waiting for something to happen, making sure that nothing does happen, while all of the other people in your division, in your platoon, are sleeping. You are just kinda sitting there for hours. Just sitting. For hours. During one such occasion, you had a visitor approach you. There's another mouse. He came up to you with all the bravado that he could possibly muster. Say, "Soldier, what are you doing out here?" Now, you don't recognize him, but that doesn't mean much. While every single platoon has its own selection of drill sergeants, this is not one of the ones that is part of your division. Not part of your platoon. He looks at you as if you're doing something wrong by being on Firewatch. He says, "Soldier, are you supposed to be out here? I'm gonna need you to turn around so that way I can go and speak to the drill sergeant from your... Who is your drill sergeant?" "I'm gonna need to speak to your drill sergeant right now." You know that your drill sergeant is just inside the building. I'm going to go ahead and open up redemptions for y'all to decide what you want to do with this situation. Denying the order of a drill sergeant can get you in major trouble. Alright, let me go ahead and copy paste this. You're not the boss of me. Who the fuck are you, sir? Listen to some rad tunes. Squeak. Comment on his nice hat. Back off. Roll for perception. That's just, you need to make that decision yourself. Nice try, fuckert. Let out a big wet fart. Name and rank, a-hole. You look kind of sus. Fuck you, old man. Nah, fuck off, bro. Our drill sergeant is a dragon. Pause for response. Dragging these nuts across your cheese. What is this? Bro, I'm just literally vibing. Ask what platoon he's from. Ask name first. Pee your pants, smiley face. Tell him to touch grass. He's currently in the process of standing on grass. Sussy. Who are you looking for? There you go. My Apollo cheese. +2 that joke. That doesn't loop all that well. What if I just slice off a little bit in the beginning here? Well, if I do that with both of these, that should fix it. Okay. There we go, perfect. Now let's see what's winning here. Just fixing the audio. You decide to ask him what platoon he's from, what his name is, and what his rank is. He says, Platoon 7, and my name is none of your fucking business, soldier. You need to turn around right now and count to 100. Now, I need to go in and speak to your drill sergeant about your piss poor attitude. Chad is just sus and maul him. Oh. Oh, neat. What? Oh, hello? That was interesting. There we go. Izzy, thank you for the 44 months of support. Let's open up redemptions again so that you guys can decide to do things. Open up redemptions. There you are. All right, let's go ahead and copy paste these down. Back away from the tent and get your officer. No, you piss his pants. Open the door and yell spy. Pull the alarm. There isn't one, so I'll just treat that as raise the alarm. there's not really an alarm. You're just supposed to be keeping watch for suspicious activity. And, you know, making sure that, you know, everything's chill. Show me your badge. Spy on base. Steal his hat. Ask for their credentials. Alert your platoon. Maul him and scream real loud. You have been training. Sound the alarm and call him a sussy baka. How about you get your drill sarge? Why is it doing that? I have no idea. Oh, I bet I know. Yeah, it's one little bit of cricket all the way back there. Okay. Me trying to fix the audio issues is just making it worse. Enjoy! Alright. Call our, sergeant out to talk to him. Respectfully, sir, I don't trust you. Scream for help. Offer to install solar panels on his house. Hiss. Yell, ayo, this mice eating beans. Cool. Allow multiple answers, copy, and paste. Alright, what did I miss? You said you could use an easier way, so I wrote a little... Oh my god! Fuck yeah, Dustin Competent. Yeah, message me on Discord about it later. That would be fucking great, actually. Because, I think Orthogonal Caster could probably, attest that a lot of the time that's spent during these sessions is me just copying and pasting information. And I think anyone who's watched it, that would be great. Because manually doing it is a bitch. Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you in advance for even just bothering to do it. Let's look at these results. There's a straw poll API. Damn, okay, yeah. So if you actually know how to mess with API, or know what the acronym API stands for, that would be useful information. I know it's a thing that you need to do code, and then if you mess with it, then it gets fucked up. And then sometimes the API changes, and then all my coding friends get real mad. I know that's what an API is. Accurate? Okay. Good. You tell him to show you his badge. He says, listen, I don't have time for that. I need to requisition some resources from you, from your platoon, tonight. The second answer is bang on the door and wake up the platoon, and I would say with 3 less votes, alert your platoon is probably along the same lines. So you begin to raise the alarm, and he just starts bolting. You find out later in the morning that there was some sort of bet between the drill sergeants that your platoon was actually fairly bad at the ability to, you know, hold off people from getting into the platoon proper, and the drill sergeant from another division had challenged one of his privates to go ahead and break into your platoon's armory and steal some of your equipment as proof that you guys were incompetent. And not only were you praised by your drill sergeant for not fucking up, but you were given 1 week where you didn't have to actually yell at yourself in the mirror, which made everyone quite a bit happier and gave them quite a bit more sleep. You look at the next question on the quiz. It says, what is Firewatch? Gonna open up redemptions. You can still do it anyway if you'd like, but I mean, like, you're gonna piss off all of your squad mates. Again, the question is, what is Firewatch? Redemptions are open. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause redemptions. Put down pee pee poo poo caca. Ass. Watching for sussy bakas and fire. Boring. Sit outside and watch for suspicious activity. We stand around looking for someone that looks sus. Firewatch is the friends we made along the way. Smiley face. That thing that I'm real good at. Verbatim. Keeping watch for suspicious activity. Guard duty. Where you watch fire. Watching for the sussy. 7. Just the number 7 for some reason. Night watch for the platoon. Super boring, but something I'm excellent at. Standing around and assessing potential threats to the platoon at night. Create pull. Copy and paste. Let's see. Currently winning is... Let's give it a bit more time. Let's switch the sound effects over to... Yes, bird time. It's time for birds again. So with the winning results, it says sit outside and watch for suspicious activity. Sitting around and waiting for or assessing potential threats to the platoon at night, and keeping watch for the suspicious activity. Those are the top 3, though sit outside and watch for suspicious activity is currently winning with quite a few more votes. So that's what we're going to put down. I would consider that the correct answer. Next question on the test says, how does the council's combined military force help the community? Go ahead and complete all these options and go ahead and open it up for redemption again. This is basically asking, why do you even have this job? Why are you even here? Pause redemptions. It doesn't. No. Military is good. Always smiley face. Combined efforts of comrades. Good. Bears? By keeping the peace? Combined is a stretch. Magic. Sugma. Protect people from threats and danger. Power in numbers. Freedom. They take us from our families so our moms don't have to worry about us being here in the first place. Protect against pirates and other sus criminals. Protect civilians from hostile threats and invaders. Steal children. Smiley face. Our little heart. Assures national sovereignty and protects the people. Keeps the member nations safe from outside threats as well as criminals inside the council's borders. It murders people for natural resources, smiley face. I don't know. Protecting the land from all threats, foreign and native. Create pull. Copy. Paste. Jack Narek, thank you for the 13 months of support. That's very cool of you. We could theoretically be a very soldier, or effective soldier, but that's valuable to the army. But they can't stop us from being a bitch, little heart. So far, a majority of the answers are going with, it keeps the member nations safe from outside threats as well as criminals inside the council's borders. It protects civilians from hostile threats and invaders, protecting the land from all threats, foreign and native. Those are the top three. They all kind of have the same vibe. So I'm going to put that down as y'all's answer. The next question says, if you caught a fellow soldier committing a crime, what would you do? You can't eat the test. Tell them that they did a fucky wucky. Kill. I like that you're just like, petty theft, death! Kill. Report, rat them out, okay. Break his legs, doodle a skull. I assume that that's not like, is that your answer to the question, just like a little skull drawing? Steal the stuff and take it for yourself. Join in. Help them commit a crime. Snitch unless if it's Abe or Greg. Again, write whatever makes them happy. You will need to actually figure that out and put that answer in yourself. Report to authorities. You are the authorities. Pee his pants and throw him into the prison pit. Report. Sad. Tell them that they're not a pretty girl. Confront them about it if necessary. Report them. Report. There you go. Starting out our crime career strong by bold-faced lying to the government. So what is this game? This game is, so there's an option down below the send message thing. You can click that, and it says add TMOTM option. And when I go, okay, I'm going to let you have options, you'll be able to click that and add an option to be able to add it to a straw poll. Everyone gets a vote on that straw poll, and depending on what's decided, what's the most popular choice, is what you guys end up doing, which progresses the story in sort of a D&D choose your own adventure style thing. So it looks like, for example, on this one, you guys have answered the question, if you caught a fellow soldier committing a crime, what would you do? And you decide to answer the test, confront them about it, and if necessary, report them, / rat them out. Which I love that you've decided to say rat them out. You go ahead and jot that answer down. All things considered, your time in basic was fairly easy and fairly simplistic. Easy on the, like, you didn't get punished often thing. There was one occasion where you slept in a little bit and were forced to carry around buckets of rocks because your drill sergeant didn't know where he wanted them to be put. And so he just sort of had you run between the different platoons carrying buckets of rocks for a while. But by and large part, you were able to understand the flow of how things were supposed to go and didn't get in trouble all that often. One day after an especially long training session where you were in a mock deer cabinet where you were learning the basic positions of everyone involved, the gunner, the commander, the loader, and the driver, you ended up just being tired, just absolutely tired after your training, and ended up just passing out. And after passing out for the night, you just fell asleep. You ended up becoming a very light sleeper during this time. And during one such night, you woke up very late to hear some bizarre sounds coming from the rest of the platoon. It looks like I didn't fix this drawing, so that's cool. Just quiet sounds. What appears to be a ghost begins shaking the end of your bed. I'm going to open up redemption so you guys can end up deciding what you want to do here. You know it's not Abe, because you can see Abe right back there. Also, I just didn't fix the ground, which pisses me off to no end. See the difference between the early beta art and the more advanced version of the art, which sucks. Oh well. Punch, sock that bitch. Glass him. Hello, Abe. Abe, go back to sleep. Hug ghost. Pee on the ghost. Take off bed sheet. Whisper, oh fuck, a ghost. deck him. Punch the ghost real hard. Kick it. Cold cock the ghost. That is to punch it. There's two different people who put down kick it. Kill. Son of a bitch. Kick. Destroy. Scream in fear. Smooch the ghost. There's a lot of them. Say, hey, sup, dude. Knock it off, Abe. Piss your pants. Punch, punch, punch. Punch. That's on there again. Grandma. Mail him. What? Probably meant maul. Kiss him. Go back to sleep. There's a lot of options. You can select multiple ones, just so you know. I hope you guys are enjoying this slightly atypical episode of this. This is amazing. It's fun. This is my favorite episode to participate in so far. That's interesting. I would have enjoyed it more if I didn't miss the first hour. It's going to be a shorter one today. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It has been a very long month for me. So, it's third episode. We don't have anything typical yet. I suppose so. All right. I think we're good on votes. And it looks like you say, hey, sup, dude. And it's him to go back to sleep. And maybe kiss him? Kiss him and go to sleep are, like, at the same level. So we'll start with, hey, sup, dude. And then move in to kiss him. The ghost, whose voice sounds suspiciously like Greg's, says, hey, Bree, I got in trouble for falling asleep at the at Firewatch, so drill sergeant said you're dead because you fell asleep. Because if this was a real training, if this was real action, then you would have been shot and killed because I snuck up on you, and so now I'm dead, I guess. So I have to pretend to be a ghost and shake everyone's cot. I'm really sorry about this. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. Sleep well. Sorry. And he continues to wander around the rest of the platoon hall, just making moaning sounds, going woo, 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 and shaking everyone else's cots and pissing them right the fuck off. In an armored cavalry, the position in the armored cavalry, the positions on a deer tank are. I'm going to open up redemptions for you guys to answer this question. If you like the answers in one, vote for it. And we'll go with the ones that are, like, the most popular answers. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and... to keep the deer calm, driver, gunner, commander... Leave blank and answer later. Flank. Sandwich maker. Mechanic. It's a deer. North, south, east, and Derek. Gun, shoot, and kill. Head, back, flank. Just guess wildly. Right flank, left flank. Fun little test for you guys in the comments on YouTube. Guess your answers. See if you got these right. Private Piss Pants, Driver Gunner, and 2 Antler Lookouts, Missionary, and Doggy. The question again is, in the armored cavalry, the position, what are the positions, in the armored cavalry, the positions of the deer tank are... You can't pee on the test. How do you even control a deer? The deer are trained specifically for this task to be mobile gun platforms for the combined military forces. They're not used in local operations. Usually on a local setting there will be, you know, a sheriff. In smaller towns, it's just what you grew up with, having one constable or sheriff in the town. But when you get into major cities with, you know, hundreds of people that live there rather than just, you know, a couple dozen, you have maybe a small platoon that acts as a police force for the town. The deer armored divisions are never deployed in towns because it's absolutely excessive to have an tank cannon available to solve basic problems. Does this matter on the test? No, I'm just letting you know some lore stuff. Deer are used in the same way that tanks are used in modern day times. I won't test you on that piece of information I just gave you. I hope this comes back up. Alright, so the answers at the top are driver, gunner, commander, driver, gunner, and 2 antler lookouts, missionary, and doggy. Driver, gunner, and commander, it seems like the top answer by a decent amount. So let's put down driver, gunner, and commander. Does that sound fine? I'm not going to put missionary and doggy on the test. That is not the correct answer. Chad is now yelling loader, coward. And then what ends up being a fortunately fairly short test. There's one remaining question. Would you follow orders even if they went against regulation? If given by a superior officer. I'm going to go and pause redemptions. No. Yes. Lie. Depends on the context. No. I'll repeat the question again before I post it in chat. Depends. Pick option C. There's literally no options. You just have to write in your answer. I make my own orders. Fuck the system. Hell no. Yes. Nope, unless it was vital to immediate survival. Draw a skull. Only in the face of mortal danger. Depends on the order. Abstain, which would mean just leave this answer blank, I would assume. Trick question. Wouldn't you like to know? Smiley face. It depends on the rank. Yes, but with a winky face. Be gay, commit war crimes, smiley face. Leave the answer blank. Not if it's immoral. Depends. I suppose there's one more question on the test, but we'll get to that in a second. So again, creating this poll, about to copy paste it into chat, and the question is, would you follow orders even if they went against regulation if given by a superior officer? There's the thing. Figure I should give you guys the answer or the question again, so that way you can do whatever answer you feel like is appropriate. Would you follow orders even if they went against regulation if given by a superior officer? One thing that your drill sergeant said at one point was, without a nation, there are no civilians. Without the military, there is no nation. To put into line the idea of what your priorities should be on a any given decision. Officers love hearing recruits say "fuck the system." The idea being that without a nation, you don't have civilians. You have refugees, and without a military, there's no way for the nation to defend itself and for there to be civilians. So the military is in subservience to the civilians, which are, you know, in subservience to the nation, and the nation is in subservience to the civilians. I've never said exactly what age Bree is, but like the equivalent of a young teenager for mice. Um, Mice live a little bit longer now because of, you know, developments in society, as well as just like better, um, you know, living situations, so on and so forth. So 13 as a concept is 13, 14 equivalent. Yeah, 13 to 16 in human years is what your equivalent age is. You're young. Old enough to commit war crimes. So the top answer right now is nope, unless if it was vital to immediate or so immediate. I assume that means to immediate survival, not so. So nope, unless if it was vital to immediate survival, followed by depends on the context, and no. I feel like those are all kind of the same thing. I don't know. That all kind of sounds like the same thing. So that would be you guys' answer on that one. And then last question on the quiz is, if given an option, what would be your preferred position based on aptitude for your job on a armored cavalry position? I've been encouraged to jump into this totally blind despite not having finished the Town of Nowhere. I mean, the thing I've done with this series, whereas the Town of Nowhere, like, by episode 3, I feel like trying to explain what the fuck was happening was impossible. I feel like I've, calmed down a bit with that kind of stuff. And it's a little bit easier, to follow along. Right now, you guys are in boot camp after having been conscripted. You're currently filling out the final test of boot camp in order to basically pass and be able to proceed through the rest of what you would do as a soldier, rather than being stuck in boot camp forever or being put in prison for having repeatedly failed boot camp. I'm going to go ahead and pause redemptions there. Medic, deer carrier, like you carry a, like you're a mouse, you can't carry a deer. Cook, poop deck, deer summoner, moral support, bard, jester, cook, deer. Interesting choice. Lookout. Draw a skull with heart eyes. Doing your mom. Pilot. Heavy weapons guy from TF2. Draw a skull pissing its pants. Drone pilot. Gunner. Anything works as long as there's company. And those are the answers that you guys got. The question again is, if given an option on a armored cavalry position, what would you prefer based on aptitude? Basically, like, if you did well in your physical training, in your marksmanship, which you did, and during this test, what position would you guys like to have on a armored cavalry, aka a deer? If you don't remember what the deer were like in the last one, it was this guy with the armored fortification on his back. When referring to armored cavalry, we're referring to those deer. That drawing is sick. Thank you. I worked really hard on all these drawings. If you're not aware, story done by me, music done by me, sound effects done by crickets, which it should be bird sounds now. Whatever. Wait. There we go. Drawings done by me. Thank you. Guys, I'm a registered field medic. You guys don't want to be a field medic. Little known fact, for a bit I did street medic stuff, which crickets will get you DMCA'd. No, I intentionally found one and got the rights for it. I paid for that shit so we could have cricket sound effects, because I was going to just do it, but then I realized that most cricket effects were actually tagged by CD Baby. So that's fun. But I did street medic stuff, which is basically you go to protests, you say, I'm not going to do anything violent. I'm not going to involve myself. I'm not even going to wear, like, shirts. I'm not going to hold signs. I am going to just, you know, if someone gets hurt, I'll take care of them. Most of the time for me, that was just getting people water. One time there was a little old lady, and she was at a protest, and she was cold, so I gave her a blanket. Just play it as simple as possible. What haven't you done? The statute of limitations do not allow me to give answers to that. Portrait of a street yeah, self-portrait of a street medic is a reference to that. I mean, yeah, you get punched or whatever every now and then, and one time we had to patch up this dude who had, like, a really bad head wound for no reason. Like, he didn't give us a particularly good reason. He was just, you know, we're, you know, sitting around having a meeting, and he was bleeding real bad. So it's like, okay, I guess we're taking care of this guy now. So, yeah. It just happens. Anyway, you guys decide to go with medic, with the other options being lookout and pilot and gunner in order. Looks like medic has a pretty high amount of people that said that, followed by lookout. So you put down medic because it just won by that much more. Anyway, with that, you finished out your test, and after a few days, you were given the results of your test. It turns out that you did incredibly well. and that you somehow managed to get every single question right to some degree in the very least. This is impressive, and generally speaking, despite all the bluster, your drill sergeant did give you commendations for your work. Yeah, somehow you guys actually got the right answer to all of that. Anyway, like I said, this is a bit of a shorter one today because I just wanted to make sure that we did the whole boot camp thing. Sick tank, thank you. I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed this. Next session, you're moving on out. Let me go ahead and see if there's any art. If there is, we'll go ahead and look at it. If there's not, we'll go ahead and stop for the evening. It looks like the Boro might be down. Rad! Loader is a real position, and it was the one that you guys forgot, but you guys corrected it before I wrote that down as y'all's answer. This is real fun. I'm sorry I missed the other two, but this is great. It's totally chill. So, again, the schedule for this is going to be the last Thursday of every month. Make it nice and easy and regular for you guys. Last Thursday at 5 Central Standard Time. It is currently 6:33 if you're watching this live. Central Standard Time. And, yeah. Looks like the Boro is dead, so I can't actually check and see if there's any art. But if you sent any art in, or if you want to post any art, just tag me on, oh, here. Look, looks like someone has already, oh, it's NLRK has tweeted an image at me. We're going to go and look at it real quick, and then we will, go ahead and call it for the day. So we've got this one from Anna LRK. It's a Bree Doodle for RevScarecrow, March on the Mice, which I very much adore and everyone should check out. Oh, thank you. Let me go ahead and pull it up for you. Very cute art. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys had a good time. If you didn't catch the first 2 episodes, go watch them. The highlight versions are available on the Highlights channel. You can go and see those. It's the same thing without the vote time. Not doing things like I did with the Town of Nowhere where you need to like pay attention every second to be able to pick up details. Though if you want more information about the lore, etc., probably a good idea too, but it's a lot easier to keep up with. And I will see you guys in the next one. Not sure whether or not I'm streaming tomorrow or not. I am exhausted because the cats will not let me sleep. But if we are streaming tomorrow, it'll either be Disco Elysium or Homestuck. I need to probably get a little bit closer to being done with that. But I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great one, all right? I'll see you guys later. Brr.